All right, everything's working. All right, I hurt my back a couple years ago, and it was so hard for me to basically get my work boots on, put my socks on. And every time I would, in the morning, reach over to put socks on, put boots on, my back would just like basically go out, or I would stress my back out. And so I had to go for a period of time wearing slip on shoes and trying to find a way to put my shoes and socks on um, without hurting my back. And of course, after going to the chiropractor and stretching and learning a couple techniques, I was able to wear regular shoes and socks again and stuff. But these are the shoes I wore for like about almost 6 months to a year. And I think I bought these at Dollar General, but they were the only shoes that I could put on where I didn't really have to bend over. I didn't put socks on, and I wore them out. And I didn't realize at the time when I bought them that I was going to need another pair. So basically, I wore them out. I wore holes in them, but I never got rid of them because I knew eventually I would be able to find a pair. So, needless to say, I finally found another pair because everywhere I went, they didn't carry them anymore. But they popped up on Amazon, and they're literally identical. They're the same exact shoe. So I guess Dollar General stopped carrying them, and so now they're just a generic water shoe. And you can see I got my use out of them. So I wanted to make sure they were the uh, correct shoe before I ordered any more. So I just ordered this pair. I wore them today, and they work perfectly. The only problem is when they shipped them to me, they got bent, so I had to put um, basically a plastic cup in there to hold it. But I think they're still bent a little bit. I might have to put a hair dryer on them or something, but I think they're going to snap back into shape. They do put like a bubble wrap in there to push them apart, but I did end up wearing them today, and they worked fine. So I'm going to order some more, and I'm going to leave a link in the description. But this is the closest thing I could find to the perfect shoe. They're 20 bucks, which is probably more expensive than they should be. I think when I bought them at Dollar General, they were like 8 or 10 bucks. But they're have a huge opening, so you can pretty much slide your foot in there. And these actually work better, the older ones, because they're not bent. So basically, once I get these wore in, they'll probably be able to slide in just as well as my old ones. But I'm still looking for a shoe like this with a non-slip sole and a composite toe. And if it was going to be super perfect, it would have a slip in like a Sketcher, so a hard back with a slip in, and that way. But I don't want any material, anything inside it to where if you get them wet or go in the water, they'll basically absorb moisture. So this is the closest thing I can find to the perfect shoe. I haven't found it yet, but I'm going to buy a couple of these until I find the perfect one, or I might have to contact somebody to engineer a shoe. So if anybody out there manufactures shoes or knows somebody that can, I'm looking for basically the same type of shoe. It's like a water shoe, but a small composite toe, a slip-in heel, and a non-slip sole. This just has to be a little more durable on the bottom, but I think it's possible to manufacture a shoe, and I think they would sell really well. And I have a whole closet full of shoes that I think would have been perfect, but I've went through so many and they just weren't quite there yet. So I haven't found the perfect shoe, and I'm still on my quest. But for something that's super easy to put on, uh, pretty durable, and you can wear every day, and they don't you can get them wet. These are probably one of my most favorite shoes so far. All right, I'll leave a link in the description. Let me know if you guys find any better shoes, and leave me the link to them as well. Have an awesome day.